Well, how does a girl from a double-wide trailer on a Georgia farm grow up to be a singer, speaker, author, actress, and Miss America? Her amazing story and her advice on keeping your faith when facing long odds are in this wonderful new book called Miss Unlikely. Would you please welcome Miss America 2016, Betty Maxwell. Betty, it's great having you back because it is back since you were here before.
It's true.
You know, I don't know, you may not realize this, but you were here to fill in for Keith Bilbrey, who was off gallivanting, doing something unimportant.
Off gallivanting.
Doing something of total worthless endeavor, and he almost lost his job to you. You were that good.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked me that much?
We did. We all loved you that much. If it wasn't for his contract, I think we would have just shoved him out the door.
Well, thank you so much. I had such a great time doing that. That was so much fun. So
he
thank you for having me back.
He didn't hear that, did he? What I just said?
I heard it all. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's right there. Oh.
You couldn't afford her. You can afford me.
I'm glad you're back.
Well, Betty, it's great having you. Your story, I said this to you in a note. It ought to be a movie.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
It truly would be a powerful movie because your life is the epitome of what America can be.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. The inspiration for writing my book was I just felt called to take all the experiences that I've been through growing up in kind of a non-traditional pageant life. I grew up on a farm and then ended up being Miss America, and I just felt like all those experiences could really help young people today, so I wanted to put it in a book. You
know, I love the fact you did not grow up in a family where there was great affluence and wealth. You grew up where there was a struggle just to make ends meet. And I'm sure that you didn't have the typical stage mom kind of pushing you on.
Oh, no. You know, most people, especially, you know, being from Georgia in a true pageant state, the southern states, they all think that when you're Miss America that you must have grown up doing pageants, and I didn't do my first pageant until I was in college, and I definitely didn't have parents pushing me into it at all. I grew up on a farm, like I said, in a double-wide trailer, shooting shotguns with my dad and hunting and driving the tractor and all that girly stuff, you know, so it was definitely a surprise to people when I tell them my story and how I became Miss America.
I think it's one of the things that endears us all about you. You're a real person. You've lived a life that a lot of us can relate to. You know, you're not somebody who lives up in some stratosphere that we can't even begin to understand.
Right.
But you dreamed as a little girl that you would do something very different with your life than just shoot shotguns out on a farm. What did that dream mean for you, and where did it come from?
I don't know. I was born with this voice. I've been singing since I was 3, and my parents kind of realized it one day. They were like, is that sound coming out of her? Because I had a very mature voice and vibrato, even from a little girl. And I knew that I was meant to do something special and something big, but I just didn't know how I was going to find that path. I definitely didn't think it would be through pageantry. When my mom first asked me if I wanted to try a pageant, I literally laughed at her. I was like, Mom, I am not a pageant girl. Like, I don't want to be associated with that stereotype. I was like, I'm smart. I'm not airheaded. You know, I'm not like mean. Like, I'm a nice person.
I want to be for world peace, something like that.
Right,
yeah, there you go.
Exactly. So when I finally decided to do it, it was because of the talent competition. I could sing and promote myself, and because of the scholarship opportunities as well.
Now, you started into the pageant world, and I thought, well, okay, you'll get scholarship possibilities and poise and all these opportunities. Did you think it was going to take you to be Miss America?
Not at all. And I did my first pageant, my first local pageant, and I was actually first runner-up, and I won the talent competition on my first try. And after that, I was like, okay, that was pretty fun. Maybe I should try this again. And I did it a couple more times, and I finally won my first local pageant, which meant I could go compete at Miss Georgia, the state competition. I was second runner-up my first time at Miss Georgia out of like 50 girls. So I was pretty proud of myself. And after that, I kind of been bitten by the bug, and I was like, okay, I think I can win this thing.
Wow.
So I decided to go back, and I represented my hometown as the local title the next year. I competed at Miss Georgia, and I won Miss Georgia, and then went on and won Miss America. So.
Only the second girl from Georgia to be Miss America.
Yes.
And what a ride. And here's the thing. I want people to get your book because...
I do too.
Well, no, I tell you why. Because it's a great encouragement. And I certainly think it's a great encouragement for young ladies and women.
You.
But men will appreciate the fact of what it took for you to get there. This is the book. book. It's called Miss Unlikely. It's available now at Amazon and all major booksellers. And you can learn more about Betty, and you can book her as a speaker for your event. Go to her website, bettymaxwell.net. Now, after hearing you, I have a feeling people will want to call and say, Betty, come to my town, come to my organization.
I would love it.
You can also keep up with her on social media by following her at Real Betty Maxwell.